might be fine because I'm also fine. Not very much. Little fine. Yes, so today also I'm back with the deadly 6 questions which I always get for my homework. And you are going to help me with that. Okay. Opening my book. Looking at my first question. So here goes number 1. How many miles of blood vessels exist in the human body? How many miles of blood vessels exist in the human body?
The answer is
60,000 miles. Okay, so my answer turned out to be wrong because I really didn't have an idea about that. And it's okay. Other days also I get sometimes wrong, sometimes right. So nothing to worry about because people go wrong. You always have to keep that in your mind, right? So, how many miles of blood vessels exist in the body? Answer is 60,000 miles. You saw that 60,000 miles is the correct answer. So, veins, arteries and capillaries. It needs to get oxygen and nutrients from the top to the bottom of your body. Means from top to the bottom of your body, it needs to get nutrients, right? And it manages this with the help of the blood circulatory system. The body has a network of blood vessels that carry blood all around. When heart pumps blood, the blood vessels take blood all around. You all know that, right? The way it works is quite similar to how traffic runs the roads. How traffic runs the road? When vehicles come from this way, right? They won't allow the vehicles in the same path this way to send the vehicles. Likewise, also the same way the heart runs, the circulatory system runs. The blood vessels go taking blood. Means to the same way, in the same vessel, they can't come to this side and come from this side, right? Okay. So, moving on to our next question, which is question number 2. And it's a true or false question, which means we know that it has got only 2 options, which is true or either false. Only person in 2 billion will live to be 116 or older. Only one person in 2 billion will live to be 116 or older. Option number 1 is true. Option number 2 is false. Only one person in 2 billion will live to be 116 or older. True or false? It's true because I've heard this before. So, I'll stick to the answer true. Let's check whether my answer is correct or wrong.
The answer is
true. Okay, so answer is true. That means only one person in 2 billion will live to be 116 or older. Next question. Moving to question number 3. Okay. Strawberries, raspberries, peaches and cherries are all related to which type of flower? Strawberries, raspberries, peaches and cherries are all related to which type of flower? Option number 1, the rose. Option number 2, the daffodil. Option number 3, the lily. Rose is always a flower I love. I've got a friend also named Rose. Okay, so raspberries, strawberries, peaches and cherries. Strawberries, cherries, all red. Rose is also red. So I'll go with the red rose, the rose. Most of the roses are red. Yep, so I'll go with the answer, the rose, means option number 1. Now moving on to check whether my answer becomes correct or wrong.
The answer is
the rose. there are about 100 to 120 genera with between 3,000 and 4,000 species of roses. Well-known plants from the rose family includes roses, strawberries which are really yummy, raspberries, apples and pears. Out of them, I really love strawberries, apples and pears. Strawberries, so this well-known plants from the rose family includes, this large type family includes roses, strawberries, raspberries, apples and pears. Okay, peaches, cherries and apricots too. Cherries are so lovely. Plants, these rose type plants usually are usually with 5 petals. However, some decorative roses have more. Right? Most of them have 5. The decorative roses have more than that. Yep. So, I saw some plants, right? Some roses in my garden. So I just check whether they have 5 petals or more. I'll just check and be right back. Wait until that. I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. The roses in my garden have more petals, might be decorative flowers, as I told you before. Okay, so moving on to 4th question number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Da, 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 da. Which amongst the following animals can run faster than horses? I can't compete with horses because horses are first. Normally, humans can't compete with horses. Yep. So, 4 options are given. Option number 1, giraffes. Option number 2, ostriches. Option number 3, kangaroos. Option number 4, cows. Normally, cows never run fast. Neither giraffes, no kangaroos. But yep, ostriches do run fast. I remember my teacher saying, if you do a prank, pull the leg off an ostrich, he won't spare you because it runs so fast. So yep, I guess the answer should be ostriches. Time to check whether my answer gets a tick or a crossy cross.
The answer is
ostriches. My answer was correct and I knew that because my teacher once said, don't ever play pranks with an ostrich. Don't try to hurt an ostrich and be safe because you can't be, because an ostrich runs so fast. Ostrich, is not a bird who can fly. Has wings, but cannot fly. Right? But when you think about birds, you probably think of small, charming, cutie birds, right? Like the birds who are chirping in your backyard, the sweet, cute birds. Birds are not all the same. The ostrich is though bigger than your dad. Can you imagine? Bigger than your daddy also, right? Ostriches are the largest birds in the world. They can grow 9 feet tall and weigh over 350 pounds. My God, how much tall? I don't know. 9 feet tall and they can weigh over 350 pounds. Even I'm not that much. Ostriches live in the African savanna. They can't fly, obviously, but they're fast runners. God always gives gives everybody pluses and minuses, positives and negatives. Having cannot fly, that's negative. But the positive fact is, it can run really fast. Right? So, they can run up to 43 miles per hour for short periods. Most of the time, they run at around 30 miles per hour. 30 miles per hour. Can you imagine 30 miles per hour? I don't know. Ostriches eat seeds, plants and grains. Good. They also munch on insects and small animals. They don't prey on big things, only on small things. Ostrich has the largest eye of any land mammal. Out of all the land mammal species, including us, ostrich has the largest eye. Their eyes are 2 inches across. Ostriches have very small brains, but their brain is small. Obviously, positives, negatives, both. Ostriches don't really bury their heads in the sand. They do lie on the ground and stretch their necks out to hide when trouble appears. They do not bury their heads in the sand, right? But they do lie on the ground and stretch their necks out to hide when trouble comes. We all do something to hide when trouble comes, right? So that is it. Moving to question number 4, right? Sorry, moving to question number 5. Just one more question left after this. From which country do potatoes originate? From which country do potatoes originate? You know what? My mother makes a really tasty potato curry. That's so tasty. Ask your moms also to make something really tasty so that you get to eat vegetables. It's tasty. Okay. So, from which country do potatoes originate? Answer number 1, Ireland. Number 2, South America. Number 3, Greenland. What it is? What is it? I'll go with South America. Let's check whether my answer is correct or wrong.
The answer is
South America. Okay, so my answer was correct. Right. South America. Potatoes were first cultivated there around 3,000 to 7,000 years ago, and it had probably grown wild there for many thousands of years more. Potatoes are vegetables, but they contain a lot of starch, which means a lot of carbohydrates that make them more like rice, pasta and bread in terms of nutrition. Like there are many types of nutrition, right? Carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, fats, acids and glycerol and all that. Out of them, they are rich in carbohydrates, which means it has starch, like rice, pasta or bread items. Much like rice, wheat and maize, potato crops are an important part in the world's diet, right? The potato comes from the Spanish word patata, right? Potatoes are plants that are usually pollinated by insects like bumblebees. Potatoes contain a variety of vitamins and minerals. There are around thousands of potato varieties, but not all are commercially available. That means not all are available commercially for money. You can give money and buy. Popular ones are Rosette, Kennebec, Fingerling. While the role of genetic modification is up for debate, research has led to genetically modified potato varieties that have potential benefits such as increased protein and resistance to viruses. It can resist the viruses. Based on 2010 statistics, China is the leading producer of potatoes. Potatoes are prepared and served in many different ways, including boiled potatoes, mashed potatoes, baked potatoes and French fries. Okay, so with this, you've got a lot of, an idea about potatoes and how your mother can prepare potatoes in different types, and also tell your mother it's rich in this, in this, in this, in this. I mean, it's rich in carbohydrate, it's this, this, and this. And tell your mother to prepare potatoes in a tasty way. Okay. So, next question. Moving on to my sixth question, which is the last. Okay. Match the name with the picture. Okay. So, question number 1. Sorry, option number 1. Iguazu Falls, Brazil. Option number 2. Antelope Canyon, Arizona. Option number 3. Marble Caves, China. So, for this, I don't know the answer. Right? I guess it could be Marble Caves, China. Let's see what the answer is. You know, I'm also in doubt.
The answer is
Antelope Canyon, Arizona. Okay, so this answer turned out to be Antelope Canyon, Arizona. I really didn't know the answer. We got the answer proved now, no doubts. In the picture you found Antelope Canyon, Arizona. This Antelope Canyon was formed by the erosion of Navajo sandstone, right? And a solution for soil erosion. What is it? You have to stop cutting trees. Okay? So, this Antelope Canyon was formed by the erosion of Navajo sandstone, primarily due to the flash flooding and secondarily due to the other subaerial processes. Rainwater, especially during monsoon seasons, runs to the extensive basin above the slot canyon sections, picking up speed and sand as it rushes into the narrow passageways. Over time, the passageways eroded. Now, these passageways are eroded away, making the corridors deeper and smoothing hard edges in such a way as to form characteristic flowing shapes in the rock. Right? Flooding in the canyon still occurs, means still flooding can occur. Right? A flood occurred in October 30th, 2006 that lasted 36 hours and caused a terrible park authorities to close Lower Antelope Canyon for 5 months. That comes to the end of the 6th question. Tummy rolling right now, asking for food. You also might be hungry. So, okay, so time for me to go. Tummy is asking for food. Okay, so my mama has prepared something nice for me. Might have prepared, I don't know. Usually she prepares because I come here to do homework. I'm a good girl, right? Do homework, be a good girl. So next day also I'll be back to seeing the answers for the next few questions. Next 6 questions, which I get always. I mean every day. Okay, until then, you have to, if you have any questions, you don't sit there, you have to send them to the address over there. You see the address, right? You can send it to the address there, which is my house address, right? And also this number you see over there, you can send your questions to that, to WhatsApp or Viber, right? Okay, and also if you want to see me, you can subscribe the YouTube channel, which is Aplus TV, where you can see me. And also, don't forget to if you want to see me, don't forget to like on the YouTube, the Instagram, Facebook and Twitter pages. Okay. So, another thing, when you do all these things, keep your parents with you, keep an adult with you, right? Or else you can be lost in that, you can be misguided or something, right? Okay. So, I'll be back the next day also with these 6 questions. New 6 questions for you to answer, for us to get together and find the answer, right?